Yo, what is up guys? It is Rhipr and here with the new video for you guys today, and today we got a special one. So I did this kind of a long time ago, but I figured I kind of want to bring it back, and it is the tier list. Now, as you guys know, Christmas is coming around and all that stuff, so I do kind of want to make a Christmas movie tier list. Let me know your thoughts after watching this one if you want to see it. But I've been wanting to make a tier list video for a little bit. And shout out to the Sidemen. They actually made a video very similar to this. I'm not going to be going through every app they did, but I'm going to be going through the apps that I know. And you're going to see on the video, I do have a little no rating section. It's because it's either an app that I don't really count as like a social media or an app that I've never used. But I'm going to be rating on a tier list all social media apps that you can kind of network on, you could say. And so I'm super excited. If you guys enjoy, again, today's video, as always, be sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you're new, turn on the bell notification, make sure you don't miss a video. And as always, check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/xripper to see me go live and all the fun stuff on there. But on no further notice, let's hop straight into it and let's start rating these social medias. All right, so listen, before I even start anything, I know some people are probably mad with some of the ones I'm picking, but again, I'm gonna give a reasoning for all of them that I pick, and hopefully you guys can understand where I'm coming from. Now, if you guys have any good memories on some of these, where would you put some of these, right? Let me know in the comments, where would you put some of them and all that, and well, I hope you enjoy. So let's just start off with LinkedIn. It's a professional app. You mainly use it for jobs and stuff. Nothing really special about this one. It's not a delete. It's not a trash. And realistically, it is useful for some people. So listen, I have it. Obviously, we all have it for some reason. I'm going to be fair. I'm not going to give it a GOAT. I'm not going to do legendary epic. But I'm going to say, because it exists, it is useful for some people in today's workforce. I'm going to give it an it's all right. It's there. It's present. The it's all right section is kind of there because it exists, it's useful, but it's not amazing. It's not going to be something everyone talks about, gloats about. It's just there, so it's there. Twitter. Not going to lie, this one's a little hard, but I'm going to make it short and sweet. I have a lot of good memories on Twitter. 2010, 2011 Twitter was probably the best time in my opinion. You can find some funny things on there. Some people may get mad at me for this. I don't think it's a GOAT. I think Twitter nowadays is awful. This is, by the way, going overall. I'm not just picking, the past or present. This is just overall. Twitter isn't amazing. It's also better than LinkedIn, so it's definitely not in the it's all right section. I would honestly give Twitter, because of its uses and because of also the negative things that come with it, I'm going to give it an epic max. I don't think it's a legendary and I don't think it's a GOAT. Some people may get mad at me for that. I'm sorry. There's good memories on Twitter. I am not taking that away from it. I just don't think Twitter is the superior social media. Okay. Let's do SoundCloud. Now, I'm just going to be real short and simple on this one. It's revolutionary for people who are trying to make it in music. I get it. We're comparing kind of like to Spotify down here, which I think we'll do next. But, at the end of the day, it is useful. I'm not going to say it's amazing. There's kind of memes around it. So for my sake, personally, I'm going to give it it's all right. Again, it's there. It's better than fucking LinkedIn. Easy, right? But at the end of the day, it's like, it's not amazing. I think Spotify's better, which we're going to get into. But, SoundCloud's there. It's useful. But I also think it's kind of just too much of a meme. It's not really taken serious. So for that reason, I just don't think it's that good. But for Spotify now, easily better than SoundCloud. Personally, my personal take on this, I'm giving Spotify a legendary because at the end of the day, man, you can do I feel like if you upload your music on here, at least you sound better saying, hey, check out my Spotify. Whenever I hear the words, yo, check out my SoundCloud, I just sit there cringing. I'm sorry. I don't take them serious. If someone says, check out my SoundCloud, I don't fucking look at it. I don't know if you guys do, but I don't look at it. I'm sorry. I'm just going to be brutally honest with it. TikTok. Now, here's the truth of TikTok. TikTok is revolutionary for what it's caused. Ultimately, TikTok has the best algorithm of all the socials, easily. So for that, I think it's awesome. And I think TikTok is a amazing platform. Now, here's a question I really have to ask myself. Is it GOAT status yet, or is it just under GOAT status? Because I definitely think it's above epic. It's a legendary GOAT. And, again, the algorithm, the things people do on there is really good. It's also made careers of people. So clearly it has a good quality. Do I think it's amazing? No, it's addicting, so it works, right? So here's my thing with TikTok. I don't think it's GOAT status yet. I think it's just under GOAT status. So for that, I also think it's better than Spotify. So I'm going to give it legendary because I think it's up there. It's one of the top apps. You know, I post on it every day. If you haven't yet, check out my TikTok. It's just Rhipr. But quick plug there. But no, I mean, realistically, TikTok is a good app. You know, it does have its uses. Algorithm, probably the best of all social media. So for that reason, I think it's up there. Definitely will be a GOAT app one day. I just don't think it's there yet. Okay. Snapchat. Here's my honest take on this. This one's short. I think Snapchat just exists. I do. I'm not saying it's amazing. You know, it's cool with what you can do with it. It's cool with the power it gives. But I'm sorry. I just think it's like, yeah, it's all right. I don't know. I'm not a Snapchat lover. I know people love it. I know some people hate it. Some people are eh. I'm just like, eh. It's not trash and it's not that bad, but it's also, it's just not the best thing in the world. So I'm sorry, but it's just the way it is. Pinterest. I'm going to be real. I know some people like Pinterest. You know, you can have mood boards and stuff like that. You guys are probably mad at me for the Pinterest lovers. Realistically, this is a delete app. I think this is an app that if it was to be deleted right now, I wouldn't care. It wouldn't change anything for me. And at the end of the day, the creators on there, trust me, go to YouTube, right? Like if you're a Pinterest creator, go to YouTube. Go somewhere where the social page of it is just, people are going to take you more serious on there. That's all I'm saying. The nicest way to put it. I'm sorry, but that's just the way I see that. Let's do Google Plus. Now, here's the thing. This is not newer, but I've also used it. So like, it's not something that I'm going to say it's amazing. I think that, you know, if you're using it for YouTube, cool. But here's the sad part. Realistically, that's all it's for. Nothing really special. They advertise features you can use for it, but I'm just going to be real with you all. Google Plus is nothing but mainly used for YouTube for me. So for that, it's just all right. It's not trash. It's not delete, but there's nothing special about it like up here. You know what I mean? So for that reason, I'm sorry. I'm just going to put it there. Kick. Now, I'm going to be real. This is an old app. This is an app that probably no one uses anymore. If you use it, I don't know what you're using it for. It kind of just got filled with bots. But Kick was just a messaging app. This is something I have a lot of memories with growing up with. Same thing like with WhatsApp. I don't see WhatsApp on here, but same thing with Kick. Kick and WhatsApp was like the two apps we used. I remember in middle school, kind of later elementary school, but a big chunk of middle school literally was Kick. I'm not going to lie. So this is what we used for group chats. This is before Discord. This is for, I mainly used Skype. So like realistically, I only used Kick for a while. And so for me, I was a Kick kid. That was like one of my things. And so I have good memories, but again, I'm going overall quality things that they offered. And I'm going to be honest, looking at it now, looking at everything I had on it, it's a pretty trash app. It wasn't good. You know, we used it for the time that we needed, but I hate to say it, it wasn't a foundation for really anything. It was a solution for it. It was a solution for a problem. That's really what Kick was, just like WhatsApp. That's all it was. Nothing extraordinary to me. So for that, it's trash. But for MySpace, a lot of people who maybe watch my videos don't even understand the importance of MySpace. MySpace was a foundational creation. This was a thing that sparked why we have what we have today. And I'm going to give MySpace the credit where it's due. It's not a thing that really cares anymore. No one uses it. If you use it, don't know why. No one uses it. But again, I'm going overall quality. This was a foundational piece to social media, I would argue. So for that, MySpace is a GOAT. It's a thing that we're never going to forget. It's a thing that we're never going to unhear. MySpace, whether it's a meme or not, it was a foundation source for social media. And I'm curious on your take. If there's any MySpace people who ever used one or ever owned one, I'm curious. You know, where would you put MySpace on this? If you had to, and for the MySpace users, where would you put it? I'm putting it as a greatest of all time because, again, it was a foundation for everything that we have today. And honestly, who forgets MySpace? Who does? You know what I mean? So Skype. Who remembers those gaming nights, those really late gaming nights with the boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, inclusive for everyone, where you just needed to get in a chat with everyone? I mean, Skype for me, listen, I have my own personal story, but it's a foundational thing for me that when I was trying to play with friends and we couldn't find people and we needed to talk, I mean, Skype was the go-to app. That's the app we went to when we're like, hey, let's all group up. This is before Discord. I mean, this was the foundation that we had. And so for that, you know, it's arguably between legendary GOAT status. Realistically, if there's a middle status, I think that's where it'd be, because it's hard. You know, Skype was a foundation, but also wasn't perfect. I think Skype, for the qualities it had and everything it offered, I think is a fair legendary app. If you grew up using Skype and that was all you had to talk with friends, trust me, that was the greatest solution to a problem that we've ever had. And, you know, came out well. I think it worked pretty decent. But again, I don't think it's better than Discord, which we're going to get into. But again, it was something that was super useful for the time we had. Zoom. I don't really use it a lot, but I also know the benefits of it. I've had to use it a few times. And I'm going to make it, I think it's a pretty fair rating, just straightforward. It's a pretty epic app. I don't think it's legendary. I don't think it's GOAT, but I also think it's better than SoundCloud. I definitely think it's better than LinkedIn. I don't think it's better than Twitter. But at the end of the day, I mean, Zoom was a foundational app. Shoot, amazing for stocks if you invested in it while you could. It's too late now, but before whole COVID closed time, I mean, Zoom was literally the app everyone knew how to use and everything. And for what it did involve, I think it's a fair epic. Oh, Tinder. So this app, funny story, if you guys don't know, I'm permanently banned, by the way, from this app. I'm never allowed on the app again. Everything on my personal information, funny enough, is banned. If you go to my Twitter, I think I literally tweeted about like a screenshot of my ban message, and I've been banned for years now. Different story for a different video, but you know, I think for what it has, I don't think it's amazing. I don't think it's a trash or delete, but like, I would give it, I think, a fair here. For what people use it for I guess literally the only use of it, you know, it's not something that is an awful app. It's definitely better than Kick. It's better than Pinterest. And so for that, I think a fair position for this is it's all right. Honestly, it's all right. It has its uses, but, you know, it's not amazing. And looking back at it now, I'm looking at my numbers. I'm looking at my rating here. You may dislike me for this. I'm putting this above Kick. So like, I think SoundCloud is better than Kick, but I also don't think it's, I think putting it's all right. I don't think it's better than LinkedIn or Snapchat. I think that was a pretty bad rating. I'm going to move that down to trash. Sorry to people, but I don't think it was that high. Vine. Listen, Vine was at one point everyone had app. I mean, everyone knew about it. This app was everywhere. And so I think the only fair place where this app can go, and if you disagree with this position, you're crazy, or you never got to use Vine, is GOAT status. This Vine, number one, gave us a Logan Paul. It gave us, what was his name? King Batch. I mean, it gave us some big names, some funny people that because of it and just the content it had, it's better than TikTok easily. And I mean, the things it gave for quality was insane. So for that, definitely GOAT status. Instagram. So here's my beef with Instagram. What Instagram has caused, it has caused a world where everybody tries to be perfect, picture perfect. You know, it has its benefits. You can build memories. You can go back 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago and see, for example, like, you know, where were you at? What were you doing? What place did you visit? So for that, it's nice. You post your best pictures and stuff, but I think there's a lot of downsides. Here's my thing with this. I think it's an epic status. I think it's better than Zoom. I also think it's better than Twitter. I just feel like Instagram has a better use than all of them. You know, if I had to position this, I think that where this is at right now is almost the closest we could get to it. I don't think it's better than, you know, I definitely don't think it's better than TikTok. I don't think it's better than Skype. You know, I think just Instagram is there. It exists. That's realistically where I see Instagram. It exists. You post your best pictures. Yes, it has some negative effects. I'm not taking that away from it, but overall, I just don't think that's that special. Now, Facebook. Honestly, for me, growing up, I didn't really use Facebook that much. I started mainly using it in high school, kind of late, but it did come in handy. I used it a lot for family, obviously, reasons, but you could post some pretty cool stuff. You can do groups, you can sell things. So I think for that, it's actually pretty good for the things it offers. So for that, I'm gonna give it a fair epic. I think overall, it's a good app. It's a good app. Reddit. Straight up, in my opinion, this is a GOAT app. I think with Reddit, what they've done, what you can do, you can create communities on there and just do whatever you want, have fun. Also, the content, the memories you get from Reddit are just funny. You know, there's memes about it. I mean, honestly, my opinion, Reddit and Vine have some of the best memes to ever exist. And for that reason, Reddit is GOAT status, greatest of all time, easy. Discord. Oh boy. So here's my beef with Discord. And people may be like shocked by this, right? Because you see Skype here, right? I actually don't think Discord's GOAT status. I think if we're giving this a fair rating, and I'm looking at this now, I think a fair placement for where this would go. I think if we're putting this anywhere, it's a fair legendary. It's a fair epic if it needed be. I just don't think it's GOAT. And if I'm putting it legendary, I'm putting it before Skype. If I'm putting it in epic, definitely putting it before, I'd probably put it after Twitter. Definitely after Twitter. So like realistically, where this could go, I think is a fair battle. And I'm curious where you would definitely put Discord for the users out there, because nowadays everyone knows Discord, younger, older. Everyone knows it. I do think, again, it's better than essentially advantages from Skype, but just overall, I mean, who can forget Skype days, right? So it's hard to depict it, but I think a fair rating here would be for quality and stuff. I'm going to put it right before Skype. I think it's, again, not the greatest, but I also don't think it's, you know, I don't think it's better than Skype in a long run wise. I think Skype just, I don't know. I feel like it was really good on my end, but you know, Discord's there. I think it's a fair legendary. YouTube versus Twitch, guys. Listen, I think we can maybe predict where I'm going to put these. If you know me, you've known me long enough. I think you know where I'm going to put these, or at least you have an idea, or maybe one of them. So let's do YouTube. YouTube, the good old classic. So YouTube has done a lot. It has helped me create a career. It has helped me start meeting, networking, learn how to network, learn how to edit, learn how to Photoshop, learn how to build things, learn how to design things, graphic design. I mean, YouTube has done me a lot. YouTube's also has its issues. I don't agree with the way it's ran. I don't agree with the strict rules. But overall, what YouTube's been able to do has been unprecedented. It has been unrepeated. And I think for that sakes, for the things they offer, for the careers they have, for the things they still do to this day, it is a GOAT social media. YouTube is not, I mean, you can't really top YouTube right now, I would argue. You can't. You really can't. And I think YouTube, with the way it's going with gaming, is just revolutionary. I mean, they are bringing the gaming side of content creating and making it a bigger deal than other apps could, which leads me to Twitch. Now, let me ask you, who here really thinks I'm going to be right away straight to trash? Like, I'm curious if people right away thought I was about to put it there. So here's my thing with Twitch. Twitch is an app, and this is coming from a non-biased person. I've streamed on it for years now, at least, on and off until now, like really recently, like seriously. And I can say this, Twitch is far from perfect. YouTube's far from perfect. Here's the thing Twitch really lacks though. They lack the sense of community. They lack the sense of just overall quality. And here's the sad part about Twitch. Twitch could be better. But Twitch has thrown everything away these past few years. People say, oh, well, it's, the better version of Justin TV and all that stuff. At the end of the day, man, Twitch isn't it as it used to be. And so where I know people want me to put it is down here in trash or GOAT or legendary. Like, I know these are the 3 locations people are going to be arguing about of where to put it. Here's my thoughts on this. My final thoughts. Twitch is a great app. It's helped build a lot of careers. It's also given us people like XQC, Pokimane. I mean, it's given us names that we've never heard of. Tim the Tap Man, right? But at the end of the day, I have to rate it. I have to rate it fair. And in my opinion, the max I'm giving Twitch for what it has, for overall quality, you're going to hate this one. I'm giving it Epic only. I would only put it, realistically, I'd put it in there. I'd put it between Twitch. I'd put it between Twitter and Facebook. That is a max position I would give Twitch. It's not anything close to YouTube. It's nothing close to a thing like TikTok where the algorithm works, right? Twitch just doesn't have it. Twitch has a name. It has the people on it, but it doesn't have the quality. It doesn't have the community behind it. It just doesn't have what a social media needs. And I think because of that, it's just lackluster. It is. And so after seeing what I put it, this is, again, my opinion, my list, but I want to know, what would you move on my list? What do you disagree with? If you had to take, for example, Twitter, where would you put it? If you had to put Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, whatever, where would you put it? Put in the comments below. Let me know if you like these type of videos. I have a lot of fun making these because I just love talking, communicating with you all. As you know, I could basically literally do a podcast straight up because I love talking. But let me know what you would do because I'm really curious on that. And on that note, I love you all. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.